Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eddie. Cherry tree is sprouting, so I put it in some soil here. This is some very well draining soil in case you're interested in growing cherry trees. It's kind of just perlite and potting soil. It's really just for the root structure to become established down there. But here's the other ones. They're not doing as well. This one is starting to grow, so we might get some cherry trees. And speaking of growing stuff from seeds, I'm getting way more into that since our clones are just not doing. They're not doing anything except for this apple one, which is starting to grow leaves out of every bud, but they're all kind of drying up. And just everything's been working out really well from seed. Papaya is growing well from seed. Same with the rambutans, kind of crazy. Yet to hear from our air layers, so basically we need some nitrogen fixing legumes in our farm here, in the syntropic farm, because things are starting to grow real fast. We're starting to pack it in, and I'm starting to want to keep covering the ground more and just fill up everything. And we need Albezia Lebbeck. That's just such a good one. And I got all the tamarinds growing here, but apparently they are legumes, but they are not nitrogen fixing, except for the rare, or the wild Lucana leucocephala. So basically, I went to my neighbor's house and I got some of the seed pods. You can see a seed right there. These are some silk tree seeds, the mimosa, the Albezia Lebbeck that I've been wanting to get so bad. And apparently they grow real fast, and I don't really care how fast they grow. We're trying to get some smaller things in here. We don't need a giant branch or something. So we're gonna try and cut these open and see what we can get out of them and see if we can propagate the seeds. So yeah, you can already see one right here. They had a bunch, oh yeah, there's another one. They had a bunch of green ones on there. So I didn't think they were gonna be making seeds, but there were a bunch of brown ones as well. And right now it's kind of, well, it's July, in case you're watching. Oh, what the heck? That's a bad seed. It's July right now, so I think that's a good time for them. Midsummer is when they kind of are fruiting. There are literally bugs eating the insides of these seeds, so that's not great. Okay. Not really sure what pests we're gonna have to deal with. Didn't think we would have any from the seeds though, but looks like something drilled a hole in there, laid some eggs maybe even. So we're gonna not deal with those seeds. Okay, well, I didn't know we would have to deal with so many, like, bugs or whatever these things are all around them. So we only got a handful. I'll probably be back for more. Their tree is massive. Every time I see any of these trees, they're just huge, even if they're, like, newly planted. So that's good. If they sprout, we'll go back and get some more. If they don't sprout, we'll also go back and get some more until we can get them to sprout. We're probably going to want, like, a lot, because I was planning to have them in between every strata 3 tree, just so that they could get nitrogen. And this is like, I think this is like kind of the best nitrogen fixing legume, so this will be good. Okay, so as usual, we're doing the paper towel, the wet paper towel way. For these, apparently they like it in a cool, dry place, which I don't understand that, because the paper towel is supposed to be wet. But we're gonna put it up in the cupboard with all the other tropical fruit seeds. But yeah, I think it likes it to be a bit colder, because it's not really a tropical plant. It's just a legume. So, yep, here it goes. Alright, since this episode is pretty short, I'm going to give you a quick update on what's going on before I leave for a trip up in Hume Lake. We'll be camping. I'll show some seeds from that. Basically, right here, the galangal root, it's turning green, and it's molding a little bit, but it looks like we're getting some rootings on the side. So I might just go ahead and plant this since it looks so alive. This is ginger right here. I also want to grow in this tropic farm. We got this radish leaf in here as well. And the rambutan seeds and the, I don't know what that is, they're really starting to sprout up. If you see this, they're getting so tall I can't just cover them up. So what I've done is I built this little box that's going to go around them, and we're going to have some like clear wrap around it, saran wrap, and that'll keep all the moisture in, and it'll be kind of like a miniature greenhouse for them. The papayas right here, they're looking pretty good. I don't know what we're gonna do with this many, since we actually got those sprouting up. I didn't realize those were gonna come up. And I've just got some more growing over here. Not really much with the clones doing anything. I think our lychee is dying, but I've got some great news out in the syntropic farm and just all over that I want to show you. Out here in the syntropic farm, we're seeing a lot of action. I just gotta show you this. I just saw it this morning on our little coffee plant here. So you see all these like things coming out, and I mean, they do look like flowers, but it just seems crazy because the plant's so young. If you take a look in here, yeah, look at those. Those are flowers on our tiny like 1.5 foot coffee plant. This thing This thing is tiny, and look at it. It's marbling the yellow. It's iron deficiency. Looks like it's doing better in the top leaves here, but it's tiny. Just so you know, this thing is tiny. But I've taken really good care of it. You know, it's got all this ground cover and trapped soil in here, but it's also got a bunch of volcanic rock dust below. I've been making it make sure that it stays really nice and moist and humid up here, but now we're gonna obviously let it dry out because the flowers need to be dry to pollinate. And even though this thing is tiny and it could grow in a pot that big easily, or like that size was the pot I think I got it in, it's making flowers. I can't believe it because the roots were not that big, but this is really great because coffee, this is why I started the farm, is saw a huge coffee farm in Hawaii and it inspired me to do this. And so yes, we are getting coffee here. It'll probably be a few weeks until they start making the cherries. So I took a look at this one because I was like, the tiny one's making it. This will definitely, it's got so many long branches, and yeah, look at those. They're already blooming. They just keep coming out faster and faster. And I've been taking the water off of this thing. We did fertilize it pretty heavily, and I think the reason that they're blooming is because I just got in a bunch of 0-10-10 fertilizer in here. This helps with the blossoms, especially because of all that potassium in there. But yeah, this is really cool because it's naturally fruiting. I don't think it's fruiting at all because it was just grafted with the limbs ready to make flowers, because it's a root thing, which is, it's the same with all the other plants. It's how old the rootstock is, is what causes them to fruit. So we're gonna have coffee in here, and that's really cool. Hopefully when I come back, we'll start seeing the cherries, and then I'm going on another longer trip for a week and a half. When I get back, we'll probably be seeing tons of red cherries on those. The mango has not grown in a while, so I don't know if we're gonna even get one, but we might. Still dropping leaves, but these ones down here are looking real nice, and got a bunch of free mulch I got from avocado tree in here. It's my friend's tree, gigantic. You're probably wondering what these pots are. So you know, the Albezia Lebbeck seeds. I tried them with the bag, and they didn't, like, they were all eaten up, and I found 3 seeds that weren't eaten up. So you can see I have them in here, and they're getting like knocked around by the watering, but they will hopefully grow. We don't need too many trees, but I'm definitely gonna go back and we're gonna try and get like at least 10 trees, because I can sell these, not only just put them in the farm. The bananas are doing really well. Now all of them are coming out and flowering and making the fruits. Look at that though, that's insane. That's like there's already a triple rack at least, and it's gonna be much larger than this one. And I believe, yeah, that this is also because I did a lot of fertilizing with that flowering fertilizer, and it just kick-started it, started watering it a little bit more because it needs a lot of water, at least weekly. This thing sucks up so much. And I've been taking out the pups. We got 2 more back here that I gotta somehow sell. And that's great, because with those and the papayas growing really fast, we can actually make a nursery out of this backyard maybe this year. This one nearby is also doing pretty well. One back there is a bit smaller, but that's okay. But basically, we're gonna get 500 at least more bananas. We're gonna get a couple dozen avocados off this tree, which is great because we've usually gotten very minimal harvests off them, and you can just see they're loaded up there. We're gonna get thousands probably of passion fruit, maybe even some pomegranates in here. You can see this pomegranate is really reaching, it's growing pretty far. Some wine grapes, some actually good regular grapes, and dragon fruit. I gotta show you, I've been seeing a lot more buds coming out. Right here we've got 2. They're all over the place down here. I don't know, no, that's not one. There's a bunch down here on the ground. It looks like we got another one underneath there. I think I've counted at least 7 already coming out, and I didn't think we'd get too big of a harvest off of these because the passion fruit really took it over. Like seriously, you gotta be careful with this passion fruit. But yeah, we'll be getting a few off of this. We'll also get probably a pretty good sugarcane harvest, and that's not really a fruit, but it's a very sweet and delicious thing to eat. No peaches yet, but watermelon, this thing's been growing. Check out the size of it already. It's almost as big as my palm. This is also a mini watermelon, so we don't have to wait till it's like all the way here. I'd say 8 to 10 inches, and it'll be ready. We've got another one right here, so when this one is ripe, maybe it'll start focusing more of the energy onto that one. And there's another one trying to grow way out there. So watermelons, passion fruit, dragon fruit, and then Logan's right here. I thought these would fall off, but they've been sticking it out for a while. And since they're such a small fruit, like the mango, it dropped a couple hundred. It's not really too crazy for a tree of this size to bear like 20 or so Logans. So I think we're actually gonna get some Logans off of this, and it's hard to find them fresh like that unless you have a friend with a tree. So yeah, that's even more. We're gonna get Logans, we're gonna get coffee, a mango, hundreds of bananas, papayas even, probably. These are taking a long time, but I think by the end of the summer we'll have a decently tall tree, and then probably in the next spring we'll start to see fruit. And I haven't even mentioned the fig tree, which you can't see from here, but it is loaded with figs, so we're definitely gonna do something with that. Anyways, just wanted to let you know before I leave, like, this is exactly what we had in mind. We just wanted to be eating tons of tropical fruits. I didn't think we'd be able to, because most of these things take 5 years, but since we got, you know, air layers with a bunch of flowers on, or just growing naturally, we are actually getting a bunch of tropical fruits, and this tropical fruit forest is really working. Anyways, so basically I'm going to Hume Lake for 4 days, and that's up in Sequoia. So maybe I'll have some footage from there. We'll definitely be fishing. I still haven't gotten that fishing GoPro, so it's gonna probably be not really the best quality, but maybe I'll do a catch and cook video or something, and some hiking and some survival and stuff. Then from there I'll be coming back for a few days, and then I'll be heading out to Sacramento. So we'll probably get some cool like sports and extreme sports and some parkour videos maybe from there, maybe some rock climbing, bouldering, and mountain biking. Like I've hinted at some of that, so hopefully we'll get some of that when I go up there. I don't really know what else, but you'll be seeing a break from all the tropical fruits and all the garden and stuff, and we'll be seeing something else. And of course, I still gotta publish that book, so that's gonna be a while. Anyways, thanks for watching this kind of long video, and I'll see you in the next episode. But yeah, one more thing. I got this little avocado from the tree. It's grown from seed. It's just a little sprout. It was grown in full shade, so it's not doing too well. I tried to put it out here and water it with some dechlorinated water. Anyways, see ya.